It's amazing to see how the conference has grown in the last year and a half. So our last conference was in October of 2024. We're now in February of 26. And the difference in the work, the difference in the diversity of the methods that are being examined, the depth of the knowledge, so the mechanistic understanding of so many things that has been presented here is just amazing. It's also great to see the increased interest from industry. We had alone 13 presentations from companies and many, many more participants who were here to see what this is all about and to see how what we're doing in direct recycling could be something of interest for them. And this is really great. I think we can all very fairly say at the end of these 3 days that there's not one recycling process. There's not one direct recycling process, and there's certainly not one recycling process. So, what do we still have to do? I think there's certainly been a lot of things that have come out of the conference, of things that we've definitely improved on, but things that we still have to do. So, for example, the discussion about scalability. How do we demonstrate the scalability? I think one of the most important things here is going to be the continued work between and continued collaboration between industry and research. And basically to help find ways to make what we're doing as economic as possible. The one topic that's come up again and again has been, what do we do with binders? How do we get binders out of the products we have? And how does the influence of the binder in the subsequent process steps really influence the products that we're getting? There's been a lot of focus on processes and how we get to the end. And we've also seen a couple really inspiring ideas and discussions about what do we do about reintegration. I think everybody's finding reintegration isn't quite as easy as we had hoped. There's a lot of things we still have to understand. And basically, recycled materials are not the same as new materials. How do we address loss of capacity? If we're getting back to the point of full capacity, then there's other things. How do we address the electrode properties? We saw things of adhesion isn't the same. Or maybe we're not getting to the same porosity or the same electronic conductivity. All of these parameters are things we have to consider of reintegrating our recycled materials into new processes. And there was a point from one of our industrial partners that said, okay, you're getting capacity, but what about fading? You know, if you have 2% fading in original materials, and now you add another 2% for recycled materials, this is a challenge. And I think we saw in a couple cases how simulation and data management can also play an important role in understanding all of these parameters. Now we've come to the point of saying thank you. So first of all, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors. You saw many of them out here in the exhibit area. So you saw the people at registration. You saw everybody around here making sure everything was running smoothly. This also includes both Hakan and Jonas, who made sure everything ran very smoothly throughout the whole thing, no technical problems or anything like that. And of course, I'd like to mention Andreas Flegler and Mikkel Hoffman, and the three of us have been working on this, particularly on the technical part, on the scientific part of the program, for a long time now. So, the speakers, poster presenters, you made our job really hard. There were so many great abstracts and so many good ideas that it made it really hard to put together the program. Thank you to all of our session chairs who helped out with all of this. And thank you to all of everybody who came as participants. We've really started and are continuing to develop a great community. We need to find new solutions. We need to keep improving the ones that we've already found. And we have to just keep going and find a way to make our battery value chain as sustainable as possible. And everything that we're doing with direct recycling is going to play a huge role in that. So thank you everyone for coming. I hope you all have a safe trip home, and take our message about direct recycling and spread that out into the wider battery world. It's really worth telling everybody about. Thank you.